Hi, Michelle here with the Traveling Epicurean. Today's menu is vodka sauce with shrimp that's gluten-free. I changed out the heavy cream and substitute it with coconut cream. The flavors are amazing. You're gonna love this. Come with me, I'm gonna show you what we're gonna need. So this is what we're gonna need for our gluten-free vodka sauce with shrimp. We're gonna need rice noodles. I happen to get vermicelli. We need Reggiano, fresh grated Reggiano, coconut cream. I buy this one at Trader Joe's, and some coconut milk. I have vodka, red pepper flakes, and my tomato basil pasta sauce. And I'm gonna get over to the stove and start mixing this all together. Okay, so we have our coconut cream and our coconut milk, and we're just gonna start adding our sauce here. I took out the basil leaves, the fresh basil leaves, of course. And just I added about 3/4 of a cup there. Just add a little at a time and start to whisk. Then you want to taste it and see if it needs a little bit stronger tomato flavor. And then we're going to add some Reggiano to this. I'm going to add a little bit more sauce. We have all these great flavors coming from that sauce, from the base of that sauce, which was a sauteed shredded carrots, onion, and garlic that went into the food processor with the whole peeled tomatoes. And then the Italian seasonings, the salt and pepper, and the fresh basil leaves that simmered for about a half an hour. So that's all in this vodka sauce with the coconut cream. So I'm going to taste this and see if it needs anything else. I added in about 2 1/4 cups to this coconut cream to get the right color that I wanted, which is that beautiful, beautiful pinkish orangey. And I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of Reggiano, a good packed 1/2 cup, maybe 3/4 of a cup of that Reggiano Parmigiano cheese. And then we're just going to whisk it in. And then I'm going to put in some vodka now, and then I'm going to let it simmer. And then I'm going to put in a little vodka more towards the end, so I really have that vodka flavor to it. Okay, the sauce has been simmering for about 8 minutes. You see little simmer bubbles right there. And now I'm just going to start dropping in the shrimp. And then we want to let this cook through, which is only going to take about 2 minutes. The color of the sauce is absolutely gorgeous. It smells amazing. We got the shrimp in there. I'm going to add another 2 tablespoons of vodka. It's going to cook for about 2 minutes. It's going to take the pan a couple minutes to actually get up to simmer. So it might be a total of 4 minutes. And then once it starts simmering, all that wonderful juice is going to come out of the shrimp and go into the sauce. Take a whole 12 minutes to make. So simple to make. You've got to make this sauce. You could do the coconut cream or the heavy cream. It tastes equally good, out of this world. And now we're going to plate it up. You can plate it up with penne pasta, rice noodles, gluten-free noodles, anything. So a really important thing to remember when you're cooking these vermicelli noodles is when they're finished cooking, you need to run them under cold water until they're completely cooled down, otherwise they're going to get gummy. They're different than a pasta noodle. And then we drain them and we put them back in the sauce so they can absorb all those delicious flavors. Vermicelli noodles right in there. And you know, I don't put them all in. I only put a little at a time, maybe half at a time, because they really soak up the sauce. You don't want all the sauce to be absorbed by the noodles, but you definitely want those noodles to soak up that delicious broth from the shrimp and the flavors from the tomato sauce and the coconut cream. So I'm seeing that I'm going to need to add some more. So I'm just going to put another handful right in there. And then I'm going to stir and see how that is. So I'm just going to simmer this because our noodles were cooled from when we rinsed them under the cold water, so they didn't get gummy. You're going to probably want to drink this like a soup too because the sauce is so delicious. You're going to love it. The rice vermicelli vodka sauce with shrimp that's gluten-free. We made it with coconut cream, really delicate in flavors. It's unbelievable. I have some flowering chives that I chopped up and sprinkled on top, and of course our Reggiano Parmigiano. And you know what I love to add to this dish? Some fresh cracked pepper. I love pepper, especially when it's freshly ground. This dish, I mean, how incredible is this? We get to substitute out the heavy cream and the pasta for coconut cream and the delicate rice vermicelli. I think that the rice vermicelli noodles are also more delicate than a regular pasta noodle. And the sauce, the delicate flavors to the sauce. So incredibly good. This is going to be one of your favorite dishes too. I could eat this at least once a week. You can find this recipe at thetravelingepicurean.com. Have a great day. Let me know how it turns out. Ciao.